Hello and welcome back with Canadian Silver Surfer. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. For joining me, Canadian Silver Surfer, up here in the cold vacuum of space and time. In the space between spaces. The space between time and space. So I'm looking at my newest acquisition, the Geiger at a metal 999 10-ounce frosted finish. It's a frosted finish. It resembles the vintage one from 20, 30, 40 years ago, but it's a frosted finish. It's a new design. It's a modern one. Very nice. Very, very nice. I got it at a great price. Fantastic. About $385 through my online precious metals dealer that I love so much. I don't have to say his name. I'm going to write it in the description. You'll see it in the video. I recommend them for all your needs. They have a lot of variety, great prices, great flexibility, great shipping. They're reliable, they're friendly, they're honest. What more can you ask for in a precious metals dealer? So this is the frosted finish Geiger Edel Metal Fine Silver 999 Schloss Goldengasse 10-ounce silver bar. Next on the list is my first 10-ounce Johnson Matthey Assayers and Refiners Fine Silver 999 10 troy ounce. It's got some toning, got some spots there as you can see. One here, one in the middle, one over here. And on the back, it's got very small on the bottom left. But it's the JM backing, very nice back. It's a heavy one, I'll tell you. It really is a heavy bar. Really is. Feels more so heavier than the other one, probably because it's wider and longer. So that's a Johnson Matthey. That's probably from the 1980s or so, 70s or late 70s, early 80s. And then next in line, the Engelhard Biggie. There it is, the Biggie, Engelhard Biggie, 10 troy ounces. Fine silver 999 Engelhard. Turn that around. It's the Engelhard backing. Nice Engelhard backing. Very nice. Look at that, nice and clean. And this one's in great condition for a vintage. It's like mint. Besides the little speck up right here, the bar is mint. This one here, there's 3 specks. 1, 2, 3. It's still beautiful, great price. I got it, each bar I got about $150 to $200 cheaper than what you'd buy it off of on the street. Getting it from my online precious metals dealer. What a smart decision that was. To trust and to know someone as faithful as your precious metals dealer, who's always there for you, who's willing to work with you, willing to work out payments, willing to get what you want, willing to take a chance on you. What more can you ask for in life? With people like that, life is good. When you have friends like that, life is good. I hope you're being kind to strangers where you are and to your fellow neighbor. I hope you're praying for the IDF, for Jerusalem, for Israel, for Bibi, for Trump. I hope you're praying for them all, for Canada, for America, for the free world. Expect your interest rates to go down this year because it's a voting year. It's an election year. I wanted to read you an article from Kitco that came out almost 2 weeks ago. Gold and silver to lead 2024 with average prices to rise more than 6%. LBMA annual price forecast. So that's what they're forecasting, a 6% rise. Despite relatively slow start to the year after hitting a record annual price in 2023, Analysts see the potential for the precious metals to achieve another record this year, according to the latest survey from the London Bullion Market Association. Member analysts of the LBMA see the gold market achieving a record annual price of $2,059 an ounce this year, an increase of 6.1% compared to $1,940.54 an ounce achieved last year. Comparing analyst forecasts against actual prices in the first 11 days of January 2024, which averaged $2,040.18, we can infer that analysts aren't expecting runaway prices for gold this year, the LBMA said in its report. The survey shows analysts are relatively split on the main drivers for gold prices this year. According to the results, 25% expect U.S. monetary policy to be the most significant factor. At the same time, in a tie, 22% either expect central bank demand or geopolitical risk to drive prices. Looking beyond the humdrum average forecast, there is a solid bullish sentiment among analysts. The report noted that all analysts surveyed expect gold prices to hit all new all-time highs this year. The most bullish analyst was Chantal Shivan, head of research at Capital Light Research. She said that she sees gold prices rising to $2,400 an ounce and averaging the year around $2,170. Central banks, notably the U.S. Federal Reserve, are expected to start lowering interest rates in coming months, and there are expectations that they'll ease throughout 2024, and the U.S. dollar is likely to continue to decline through 2024. Central bank demand for gold was at a record level in 2022-2023. The days of gold being phased out of the international monetary system from 1990 to 2008 are over. De-dollarization, aided by a fear of Western financial sanctions, are driving central banks back to the original reserve gold, she said in her estimate. Gold could literally surge at any time on the back of any number of critics over the next several years. The most bearish analyst is James Steele, chief precious analyst at HSBC. He looks for gold to trade between $1,825 an ounce and $2,200 an ounce, with average prices settling the year at around $1,947. Analysts are slightly more upbeat on silver, as the market could significantly see volatility this year. The survey says that analysts see silver prices averaging the year around $24.80 an ounce, 6.2% above the 2023 average price of $23.35. The average price is also 7% above the average for the first month of the year. The 2024 average forecast of $24.80 suggests another reserved year of silver price gains. However, within the relatively steady forecast, analysts are expecting some price volatility, with their predicting trade range of $14 between $18 and $32, compared to the actual trading range of almost $6 last year, the LBMA said. The analyst with the most bullish silver outlook was Julia Du, precious metal analyst at ICBC Standard Bank. She sees silver trading between 20 and 30 and averaging the year between around 27 an ounce. Projected Fed interest rates cuts may boost economic growth, increasing silver demand. The correlation with gold, especially when gold becomes expensive, is likely to elevate silver prices. Additionally, support from a weaker dollar due to expected low rates and less dovish stance by the ECB and BOE could help silver touch 30 in 2024, Drew said in her note. The most bearish in the silver market was Dabejit Saha, lead metal analyst at Refinitiv. He says he sees silver trading between $20.50 and $26.76 an ounce and averaging 2024 around $22.50 an ounce. Gold and silver are expected to be in the leaders in the precious metal space, and analysts see slight less potential as platinum are outright bearish on palladium. According to the survey, platinum is forecast to average $1,015, up 5.2% from last year's average price of $952.88 an ounce. While the price expectations are relatively modest, the spread between the lowest and the highest high is $529, suggesting some volatility ahead, the LBMA said. While Steele had the most bearish vote for gold, he was the most bullish on platinum. He sees prices trading between $8.75 and $13.29 an ounce for an annual average of around $11,105 an ounce. Platinum is likely to trade in a wide volatile range this year. Auto demand should continue to rise sharply on increased substitution for more expensive palladium and the continued recovery in vehicle production globally. We expect this year to be partially offset by increases in auto recycling and EV sales. Jewelry demand is likely to rise also from low levels, she said in survey comments. The outlook for other industrial demand sources appears positive as new applications for platinum grows, notably environmental and pollution control. We expect crucial market deficit of 2023 to continue at a similar level in 2024. Alexander Zumpf, analyst at Eros Metals, cast the most bearish vote with an average platinum price of $9.50 an ounce. Finally, analysts expect palladium to continue to suffer as prices remain in an overall downtrend. The analysts see prices averaging the year around $1,060.10 an ounce, down sharply from last year's average of $1,337 an ounce. On the positive side, analysts are forecasting a wide spread of price activity, with the lowest forecast of $550 on the high end forecast to be in a $1,650 range and to $1,100. So it's anyone's win to amidst this level of price volatility, the LBMA said. Peter Ferdig, market analyst at QCR Quantitative Commodity Research, was the most bullish on palladium as he sees prices trading between $900 and $1,650 an ounce, with an annual average of $1,250 an ounce. With central banks lowering interest rates, new car sales are likely to recover, thus a stabilization appears the most likely scenario. But in 2024, the average price is probably again lower compared to the previous year, he said in his comments. Ross Norman, Creative Metals Daily, submitted the most bearish forecast of $724 an ounce. The analyst, whose average price is closest to the actual average price of 2024, will win a 1 ounce gold bar. And that's Kitco's news from about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Their forecast. I know I read quickly. I apologize for that. I'm still warming up to the whole idea here, but you'll get better stuff from me as the time goes on. And keep stacking. Keep praying for the IDF, for Bibi, for Trump, for Israel, for the peace of Jerusalem. Keep stacking your vintage silver, your gold, your platinum, whatever you like. It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you it's a whole lot of fun. So thank you for coming by with Canadian Silver Surfer. And most importantly, I always have to tell you to be careful and look out.